Hi everyone, my name is Javi and I can draw, and I kept going. I kept working on the design of my character and I want to show you how that went. I'm focused on color and some of the changes in the design. Well, just let me show you. So here we are exactly where we left last time, and that is yesterday. And I started looking at these 4 designs that I had to choose from what I was doing, and I found that I actually didn't like any of them, because I thought that like these two, this one and this one, looked too like regal or mystical. This one was a bit too militaristic, and this one was just a bit too like desert Mad Maxy. And I wasn't liking the girl either, because she had her arms covered the whole time. So I stopped working on this ones and I started working on some more, and I got to this ones. Like these ones I like a lot more, because I was trying to find something a little bit more practical and was trying to work a little bit on the layers. And the one that I like is this one, and let me show you why I like it more than anything else. First of all, because it is actually well layered. Second, because I actually can show the belt with the tools for the engineer when I'm using it. I could actually have the arms of the girl show here. I can use this shirt to use this idea of the wrapping, of the cocooning of the girl from the protection of the father, and I could also include this kind of cape that also has this shield-like shape, and add some kind of mystic writings and protections to this, so the girl can be protected. And the man, well, the idea is for travel, so he's traveling comfortable shoes, comfortable pants, and this post-apocalyptic idea. So he has this vest that it is kind of magical here. It is kind of like elvish. I'm going to work on that just in a minute. And you have all these wraps that go in union, in harmony with her wraps on her shirt. So I like that idea, so I said, oh, well, I'm going to start working on the colors. So for colors I cheated just a bit. What I did for cheating was using this tool that is it's called Adobe Color Themes. You can look for it on the web if you don't want to use it on Photoshop, because you don't use Photoshop, that's fine. So the first thing I did was say, well, I want a complementary palette, because they are contrasty. I like them a lot. And I went for an earth tone, because post-apocalyptic future and whatnot. And I got these blues that I liked a lot, because I could work these blues onto the mystical elements of the design. And at the same time I could just leave all the like muted grays and brown colors, and well, not these browns, but all the most muted colors for the futurist aspect of the costumes. I know that is a lot of thing to consider, but once you look at them you'll see that it's not that bad. This is what I just shown you, and now I'm going to show you what I did. So here we are. This is the palette that I formed here, and you see that my first attempt, it's a little bit more colorful, but I was working on this idea that all the blue stuff was going to be the mystical stuff, as to have a theme. So I just dressed them in this like deserty earth yellow colors. And then I put the blue on the vest, because as I told you before, I wanted to use this vest as a kind of like last resource protection. So it has to be some kind of mystical vest. And she is wearing also blue for her little cape. Now here I went just a little bit more dark and earthy, but I started using like this red on the pants to give it some like kind of future, so to speak, design. I know it's just a red line, but it's not like something like it's not, doesn't belong in a fantasy world, so to speak, and it doesn't belong in the past either. So it is a bit like more modern. I added some like elvish kind of patterns on the vest to signify the protection, and I just kept this as conspicuous as possible. And for the girl I just kept the blue, and I gave him also some red shoes, because these shoes are going to have some kind of tiny wings on its design, like a Santa elf kind of shoes. And so I made him just to pop a little bit more with color. So, you know, I wanted to see if I could work on that idea of using vibrant colors to show the magical things and then keep everything else muted. So for this thing, it's like, well, if we keep on that theme, you see that like the most magical thing would be his coat. So I added this silver lining things that I don't know, because I really like it, but I don't think that it goes with the character, because someone who is trying to, if the whole idea was that these two characters had to travel from point A to point B, they're going to try to be as low-key as possible, and this blue thing and yellow jacket is, you know, it's not maybe the best, but it's still, I really like the combination of colors. In this one, I had no idea what to do, and this is awful. But the girl I really like, so I kept these vibrant greens for the shoes and the cape. And well, for the father, these are the two the two ones that I chose. I chose this one and I chose this one, and I didn't know what to do with the girl, so I just started mixing them up to see where I could come up. And here they are. Check them out. See, I made a mix here. I started mixing them all, and you know, uncovering some of them, and you can see, well, there's an asterisk in the ones that I chose, and I like how they work together. Just trying to look at them, and I stared at them for a long while, and then I choose between four, and here are the four like that. The final four, well, here I chose other two, because what I did in order, because I was really undecided about this, and you can tell by the way I'm talking to you, but I was really undecided about what to do, and I actually used this, the navigator, to my own advantage, because I saw, if you're looking at the screen, I saw that in this one, it all looks just a little bit muted. There's just not too much contrast, so there's going to be more contrast between the father and the daughter here, between these two. And in this one, it kind of, well, I'm not too convinced about the yellow cape on the girl, so even though I liked it on the previous face, I'm still liking a little bit more of this one. So the two on the right, those are going to be my two final choices for the design. I'm still undecided, and I don't know which of them I am going to choose. One or two? Brown coat or blue coat? I don't really know. It really depends on the tone of the story I'm trying to tell, doesn't it? Well, hopefully I'll figure it out by tomorrow. That's going to be it for today. My name is Javi and I can draw, and I know that you can draw too, and hopefully I'll draw this to you guys with a final design by tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye!